playing center at 7 foot 0 inches, number 35, Dwight Wright. At point guard,
we're in the place they call the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, the home of the Raptors, where we're broadcasting live. Last game for the Pelicans, they picked up a W against the Celtics, and they put it all together in that game. It added up to a phenomenal win.
And you know what was most impressive? They wasted very few possessions in that game. They ran their offense close to perfection.
That's what we call a mute button game in front of a hostile crowd. They never let the fans get into it, had them on their hands the whole time.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So for New Orleans right now, Money, he's in at the point. Davis is out there with Paul George, and it's Knox in at the 5. Here's Wright. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's New Orleans. Rodich, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Cassell gets the bucket.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
Here's Money. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. Outside, George trying to find Davis. He's got it now. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Boy, big man with very soft hands and a nice touch around the hoop.
Pelicans on D. It's a 3-point game. Pass to Cassell. Back to Jackson. Now the pass to Cassell. Clock at 6. Knocked away. Stolen by George. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Terrible transition defense there.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there.
Here's Cassell. 9 points last game out. Ruiz the pass to Jackson. Feeds it to Gordon. Stolen by George. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. New Orleans moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. From the arc. And he hits the triple. 3 points there on the shot from Money. Money's got himself on the board with 3 there. And the Raptors off to a slow start. Trailing here by 8. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, they probably should have abandoned the three-point shot in that game because their percentage was terrible. But they kept firing away from long range.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I thought that was one of the things that doomed them. I mean, you can't stick with something if it's not working for you. And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Here's Cassell, right now averaging 5 points a game. There's the pick. Down low. Here's Wright. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. Number 1, the Raptors. The Pelicans, 4th.
Yeah, both these clubs have really been good from the free throw line. Their focus, they've been solid. The numbers are really good.
New Orleans making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Here's Money. He has 5. Fast break Toronto. Pushing it up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
Well, that's the best way to get that early offense, Clark. As soon as you come up with a steal, just sprint the other direction.
Raptors trail by 5. To the middle, changes up, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
And with a quick break in the action, let's take a look at some of the stats for Paul George. He's right around 13 points a night, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. If it was an average player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were spectacular.
Yeah,
but for him, simply run-of-the-mill.
And how much does that tell you about the talent he has? I mean, when the spectacular passes his average, that speaks volumes. In building this lead, they've been excellent at not allowing any good second chances.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
I was able to catch up with the head coach for Toronto. He said that one player he's really wary of is Anthony Davis, adding he can impact the game in so many ways. Defense, shot blocking, rebounding, and scoring. He's still adding muscle, and we've got to capitalize on that strength advantage at both ends. Kevin, that's the MO for any young player. We'll see how he stands up to it.
Thank you, Doris. Here's Money. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws.
Nice job there, attacking the rim and drawing the contact.
Yeah, I like that play there. The defense had no choice but to foul in order to save the dunk.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
And right from the start, guys, it's apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Tipped away. And right, here we go. Passes to Ruiz. Dishes it to Gordon. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Here's Money. He's got 7. There's the lob to the hoop. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And you had a chance to see Paul George. How about his numbers? Where does he stack up? Let's take a look. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage. And his field goal percentage has been off the charts. He's in the top 5 in the NBA in terms of shooting accuracy.
And that three-point field goal percentage of his, splendid. I mean, absolutely terrific. He's been perfect in his form. When he decides to let it fly, it's a thing of beauty.
The Raptors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, with a team percentage of 81% from the line on the season, this is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results. Well, the thing is that they haven't gotten it done at the line here early in the ball game. Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Toronto with the ball. 6-point game. Here's Cassell. Pelicans pull it in.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And with 3 steals, he also showed some grit and toughness at the defensive end.
Here's Wright. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cassell. And Davis pulls it down.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
And so it's New Orleans with it. 6-point lead. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one falls for Davis. Cody Zeller's checked in for Wright. He's perfect from the line this time.
We're seeing today what makes him one of the best free throw shooters among the league's big men. Beautiful stroke.
Almost halfway through the the season, let's check out the standings out west. Taking a look at New Orleans. Plays position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, Oklahoma City, 10 games behind.
You know, right now for the Pelicans, they've continued their outstanding play. I mean, they're definitely one of those teams that everybody has in their sights again this year.
Well, you know, this is a team that doesn't have any glaring weaknesses. I mean, they're strong across the board on that roster. And I think as long as they stay solid and they stay healthy, it wouldn't surprise me if they made a strong push into the playoffs.
Pelicans leading by 6. Here's Money. He has 7. Whistle blows. If that's going to be a travel. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Raptors.
C.J. McCollum.
The Raptors have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Here's Money. He's guarded by McCollum. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Gordon. Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. Outside Jackson. Pass to McCollum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. McCollum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Money. He's guarded by McCollum. And it's Davis with the jam.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
Yeah, what a beautiful connection on that play.
McCollum swiped it away. Pelicans leading by 5. There's the pick. Money passes to Muscala. To the paint. Here's Money.
Oh, what a throwdown there. Man.
And he goes in for the dunk. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Here's Zeller. The Pelicans make their last shot. 6 to shoot. Outside Jackson. And the shot is long.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And here's McCollum. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Toronto working the ball around now. Ruiz, defended by George. From the baseline. Here's Gordon, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Gordon's got 6.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Work the pick and roll, for Pete's sake. If they're big shows at the shooter, I want our bigs to roll to the hoop and make them pay at the rim. Now let's go.
So both teams making some changes here. This is a look at the NBA's assist leaders over the last 10 games. Man, can these guys pass the ball. Well, you look at Money, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
Just dropping dimes these recent stretch of games.
And the Pelicans with possession here. 7-point differential. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question.
Yeah, it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
Here's McCollum. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. McCollum's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Here's Money. 9 points in the game so far. That's good.
Yeah, and guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
For Toronto, they've gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. Defended by George. Lets it go from deep. They get the rebound. New Orleans leading by 10. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. 8 points for Paul George.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Poked away. One-on-one fast break. Curry dishes to Davis. Muscala, the pass to Money. Lets it go. And George kicks to Curry. And the shot is good.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Teague is checked in for Money. For New Orleans, they have been solid at the line so far. 4. Raptors trail by 15. We've got Cassell, and it's right in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That one on Davis. For Toronto, they have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
2 shots.
The first one falls. And he makes both free throws.
Well, you can count on him, can't you? He seems to knock down free throws consistently all game long.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, guys, Money in the last outing against the Celtics put on a show. He ended up with 59 points, and he did his thing on the defensive side as well, nabbing more than his share of steals. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Check out the game for Money. He has 12 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. That's good for Money. The Raptors making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. The free throw is good for Money. Raptors trail by 15. Cassell kicks to Jackson. Shoots from the right block, and that one's good.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. He got right to the cup using that screen. 16 points for Money.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question, and that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Here's Money. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Here's Cassell. He's got 5. He feeds it to Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. Gordon against Cassell. And the basket by Gordon. And the Pelicans lead by 17.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfect.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Over the last month, let's see how the Toronto Raptors fared in the NBA rankings. First in free throw shooting. They were 6th in field goal percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
And anytime you lead the league in free throw shooting, as you talked about, Clark, you can put a lot of pressure on the defense, and that's why this team has made a concerted effort to attack the rim and get to the line as often as possible.
That is good. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, I'll bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
Tries to save it. Here's money.
How about that basketball, man? Wow.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
All right, everyone relax. Run your sets, attack the rim, crash the boards on both ends, and we'll be fine. Come on now, let's get after it.
Here's Cassell. He's got 5. They need this. Davis with the block. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here.
16 seconds on the shot clock. 16.
Right side Jackson. There's the feed to Wright. Here's Cassell. Here's Gordon. The shot's good. Cassell making the play. 8 points for Aaron Gordon.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
From the high post. Here's Knox. And that one's good.
Well, here we go again. An open path to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
Toronto shooting well. They're at 45%. Another steal. Here's Gordon. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Gordon's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a real struggle, but he's gotten it going now.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down.
Here's Money. He's got 18. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Kevin, he's definitely making his presence felt here in the first half. He's been very effective so far.
Toronto shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively here. Toronto with the ball. Here's Gordon. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And that's the right call, no question about it. It's one thing to play tough D and commit a hard foul, but it's another to risk hurting your opponent with contact like that.
Yeah, very easy to get knocked off balance and take a nasty tumble when you get slammed into like that. No good on that one.
We've seen Gordon playing a really good game here. He's got 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
Now, that's obviously not a big number, but you know, he's been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Zeller, he's checked in for Wright. New Orleans making a switch here. There's a screen. Jackson dishes to Gordon. Jackson passes to Cassell. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls it from the elbow. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Jackson.
The Pelicans have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And the first one drops.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
Well, it's a nice job of really making the most of their opportunities.
And he makes both free throws. Toronto shooting reasonably well, 45%. Here's Cassell. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
I tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Ruiz the pass to Cassell. He dishes it to Jackson. And the Raptors miss again.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Look at that lead up and down the court. They have been in complete control all night.
And it's kept this building as quiet as a library. These fans have had nothing to cheer for.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Jackson kicks to Zeller. Pass to Cassell. Jackson drives in. Rebound by Money. Money's got his 3rd rebound tonight.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Over to the left wing. Rodich, 6 on the shot clock. Another one falls for New Orleans.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Here's Cassell. He has 7. Fast break. Here we go. The finish. It falls, and 2 points from Money. Money's got 10 points in the quarter.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, and unfortunately, their offense in the paint hasn't been a whole lot better.
Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Cassell to stop the drought. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
Well, at 89%, he has established himself as one of the league's best from the stripe.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Ross, he's checked in for the Raptors. Paul George, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And he's good on the second. New Orleans has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. There's the pick. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
For New Orleans, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
2 shots.
That's good for Money. And Toronto making a change here. McCollum's checked in. And a change for the Pelicans. Muscala's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. The Raptors shooting not great, 40% for the game. Now here's McCollum. He's got 5, and that's a foul called on Money. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Zach Randolph is checked in for Jackson. Davis against Randolph. Here's Gordon. Tries again. Zeller dishes to Randolph. Kicks it to Ross. And there's the pass to McCollum. Raptors moving the ball around. Now here's Ross. Guarded closely. The three-pointer no good.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
To the left side wing. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. No good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And these interconference matchups are important, Kevin. You only see the club twice all season, and it feels a little different. You want to go out and really put on a good performance.
1:33 left in the first half. Here's Money. 24 points for him. Off the pick. Out left to the wing. Trying to get open is Davis. And it's good off the back rim and in. And that's now 26 points for Money.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Now here's Gordon. 8 points for him. And even 3-on-3 break. Passes it to Muscala. 46 seconds left now here in the second. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Ross passes to Randolph. Lays it up and banks it in. Randolph's got his first points of the night. 34 seconds left in the first half. Here's Money. 26 points for him. There's 21 seconds left in the first half of the game. And that one's good, George. Toronto's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. McCollum kicks to Gordon. Randolph dishes to Gordon. Got a piece of it. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Pelicans ahead, opening up a huge gap. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. We've taken a lot of pressure off ourselves on D because of how good we've been on offense. That's what I call locked in, intelligent attacking basketball. I love it. On the other hand, I was happy with the pressure we put on them with our D and the steals we got out of it. Let's keep that heat on them. And we've got the opportunity for some easy inside baskets if we can just get the ball in there. That's the challenge, and that's what I want us doing, feeding the post. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What a game we're seeing from Money.
How about this, a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just pumps life into your whole team. You know, the way he's impacted the game in so many different ways, it's been fun to watch and really going to be hard to slot down. Oh! That was wicked!
The Raptors shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. Here's Cassell. Off the screen. The shot is off.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Money passes to Davis. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
You just can't afford to let somebody get that good position in the paint.
Well, it's more than trouble when he does catch it down there, Steve. He's never going to miss from that range.
Cassell, no good. New Orleans has gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And George with this stuff.
Well, as they continue to dominate, you wonder just how much higher this lead might get.
I think it really could get out of hand, and you can credit their defense just as much as their offense for that.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Cassell kicks to Gordon. Jackson is doubled. Pass to Ruiz. Here's Cassell. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Gordon with no one around. It's good from long range. Gordon's got 11 points.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
The Pelicans have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. George passes to Money. And there's the 3-second violation.
Toronto ball.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ruiz the pass to Cassell. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. The shot is off. Great D that time from Davis.
And the offense continues to struggle. Just 1 make in their 5 attempts.
Stolen by Jackson. Right side Jackson. Blocked. And now the fast break. George with the ball. It's George on the wing. New Orleans moving it around. Davis up top. And George, here we go. Clock at 4. And Wright pulls it down.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
And that's a foul called on Money. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Toronto making a change here.
Foul. First team foul. In for your Raptors. Number 22.
Here's Cassell. He's got 8. Here's Jackson. Gets a very good look and converts. Jackson's got his 2nd basket. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. There's the pick. Here's Money. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Another steal. And pushing it up, here's New Orleans. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. Pelicans, number 1.
Yeah, what a show of strength and rebounding we've seen recently. These guys playing extremely physically.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. And he jams it with authority.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Here's Money. He's covered by Cassell. The pass to Knox. Trying to get back on track. And that one's good. He's got 7.
For 3.
Here's Cassell. He's got 8. Inside. And Wright throws it down. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, hey, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
Davis with the bucket.
Well, it's plays like that. Hustle plays on the glass and then staying with it, being active. It really caused some problems for that defense.
Jackson with it. George picks him up. Out to the right wing. Ruiz. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Pelicans have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Money, and he has 28 points for the game. From 10 feet out, drops in the layup for 2. 9 points in the game so far.
Assisted by Money.
And so here's Toronto. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. And that one will start off with...
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rack.
You know, the guys on the bench are going crazy right now at the sight of that jam.
Out to the wing. Here's Ruiz. The shot's good. Cassell making the play.
Well, he's so good at recognizing where the openings are and getting the ball to the rim.
Here's Money. He has 30. He feeds it to Davis. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
It's Jackson atop the key. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor. Well, how about Anthony Davis in this one? 11 rebounds, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
Well, he showed off how intelligent he is defensively. He understands where the ball is, where players are, what's happening in front of them.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And their passing also continues to be outstanding, Clark.
That's the way to make the free ones count.
For Toronto, McCollum comes in for Cassell. Substitutions. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Curry. There's the dish to T. Feeds it to Curry. And the three off target. It could go. No good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Pelicans ahead. They finish off the third quarter on a 12-4 run. Here's Money. Gordon out there with Terrence Ross. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Lane in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Ross with the steal. Baseline J on the way. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Muscala's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Money. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Money's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pelicans. Ross on the wing. From the arc. That's good.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
The Pelicans shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Here's Money. And he gets it to go. Money's got 9 points here in the second half.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
Dishes to Ross. Now here's McCollum, guarded closely. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Wright from the left block. He sends it through.
Right.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Money. To the inside. Banked in off the glass.
Beautiful dish down low.
Assisted by Money.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Knocked loose. All by himself.
Ooh, that was awesome.
Look out below. And turnovers, Clark and Steve, have been the issue for him.
Yeah, it sure has been the case. I mean, turnovers are like missing breakfast. Eventually, it's going to cost you.
Why does it always come back to food, Clark? Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
Over to the wing. Pass to Ross. Just 5 to shoot. The offensive rebound. The Pelicans have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's the three. And again, no good by Toronto. Ross has gone just 2 of 6 shooting, 33%. Passes it to Money. Nixon. He's covered by Gill. Here's Money. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Gordon's checked in for New Orleans. Teague comes.
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
Going out now with a whole new group. Money's checked in for New Orleans. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Pelicans foul. Eric Gordon. First personal foul, teams first.
Take a look at the game for Jackson. 10 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
You just can't find fault with anything he's done here. The effort, the energy, his production, his defense, it's all there.
All hustle, non-stop effort from him all over that 94 by 50-foot box.
Here's Money. Pass to Muscala. Here's Money. 5 to shoot. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Kicks it out to Gordon. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Cassell. There's the 3. Here's Zeller. He kicks to Jackson. Goes up again. It's rebounded by Money. Money's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now the pass to Nixon, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Zach Randolph's checked in for Toronto. Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Right side Jackson. And too long on the shot.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Teague with the ball. He feeds it to Gordon. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Raptors shooting around 41% on the night. Here's Cassell. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Not really the shot they were looking for, but still they got it to go.
The Pelicans have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
It has been an erratic performance for him, just erratic. I mean, he's racking up the turnovers and has taken a step back for every step forward.
The feed to Randolph. Shoots from the baseline. Pelicans with the rebound.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Money passes to Gordon. Here's Money. He's covered by Cassell. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
7 seconds on the shot clock. 7.
Teague, a screen on Cassell. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Money. The shot misses. So the Raptors will take it the other way. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the officials.
At the line for your Raptors, Ruiz. At the line for 2.
First free throw is good.
Some great free throw shooting so far in this second half.
I think they should keep trying to initiate contact and get back to the line until they start missing from there. But as it is, they're perfect so far, so keep it up.
That one is no good. Well, for New Orleans, shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 40 points for Money.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Here's Cassell. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
Here's Money. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Toronto's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Pass to Cassell. Here's Ruiz. Bangs home the trifecta.
He's been a different guy in the second half. Guys, his shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Here's Money. Gordon, the pass to Nixon. New Orleans moving it around. And Teague is good for 3.
Tell you what, they haven't exactly been shy about letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
You know, Steve, if you have the lead, you can afford to be a little comfortable with the 3-point shot. You just don't want to fall too much in love with it.
Here's Ruiz. Again, Toronto.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
For New Orleans, they've gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. And Muscala kicks to Gordon. There's a screen. Pass to Money. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam. Well, guys, for a point guard, he can punch it.
Yes, sir. I mean, that would have been unheard of about a decade and a half ago, Kevin, seeing a guy bounce like that at his side.
Good point.
Times have changed, though. Guys, we got guards all over the league who can play way above the rim.
New Orleans has gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
That's his 3rd personal foul. At the line for the Pelicans.
And he knocks down the first one. So it's both teams making substitutions here. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. The Raptors have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Ross kicks to McCullough. Here's Jackson. Jackson missing again. And for the Pelicans, they're shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Pass to Money. From deep three-point range, and Wright pulls it down. Wright's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Ross. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Here's Money. Knocked away. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And that's now 7 points now for Terrence Ross. Here's Money. And Wright pulls it down. Toronto's got 8 shots off from three-point land and hit half of them. Now McCollum. Here's Randolph. And that's collected by Money. Money's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And the pass to Nixon. Eric Gordon on the wing. Right side, Gordon. 6 to shoot. And he gets it to go.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And, Steve, they did it in style, a beat down the entire way.
The Raptors shooting about 45% from the floor in the 4th. Now here's McCollum. Defense right on him. Here's Wright. No good. And New Orleans will go the other way with it.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just total obliteration. And you can... Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
That could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
And the basket by McCollum. 1:10 left to play here in the 4th. Here's Money. Passes it to Muscala. He dishes it to Gordon. Ross with the steal. Fast break Toronto. Here's Jackson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
There's been a change in this game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Here's Money. It's rebounded by Randolph. The Raptors shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. The 3. Ross, that's good.
Looks like they're going to finish strong, but just aren't enough ticks left on the clock.
Well, Steve, it's a good run they're having now, but they just waited too long to have it.
Here's Money. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you.
On the money.
Well, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Last game, we really struggled getting production out of the pick and roll. So we're going to work it today. Same as always. A solid screen and an aggressive roll to the basket. We run the pick and roll correctly, there's no way anybody can stop it. Now let's go. Now listen, this isn't college, this isn't Europe, this isn't the D-League, this is the NBA. And if you want to last in this league, you're going to have to do a lot more work than you did today. The players that stick around are the ones who work the hardest. So you better get after it next game, because your effort in practice today was unacceptable. Now get out of here before I really lose my temper.